morning. You know what this means?
Begin workout.
So let me turn around and let you see what I'm seeing. So I had a good night's rest last night, and I wound up getting everything ready to go this morning. And then I promptly took a bus to the other side of the inlet. And as you know, I did quite a bit of walking yesterday, and it was a grinder. And I just looked at the total stats. I walked over 19 miles yesterday. So plus more getting back to the bus stop. So it was like a 20+ mile day. So I think I've earned the bus trip. And there's a practical side of everything too, because even if I didn't take the bus this morning and I got up like everybody else did to take the water shuttle, it doesn't start till 9, which means I would be cooling my heels and then still have an enormously long day. So doing that extra 3 miles, this is where I had breakfast, doing that 3 miles basically cut out 3 miles from today's journey. So it cuts today's journey down to 15 miles, and I'll talk to you guys later. Here, look at the view. Look at the view. Now, all these properties are on here, and all this development. This during holiday season would be just full of people, But as a point of reference, that's a penitentiary over there. I walked by next to earlier this morning, and then the road comes along the base of this hill right here until you hit the penitentiary. And then I started somewhere over there, but if you look way over there, way over there, that's where I started this morning when I came by bus and took my bus and then came all the way around all this here, actually passed through this town before ending there. So I'm feeling pretty good. This stuff down over here, you saw some pictures of it, was really just ugly, you know, limestone, marble-ish type stuff you're crawling, scrambling over, and you got to be careful where you're putting your feet. And then of course the trekking pole going uphill is not really a good thing. It gets in the way more than it helps, but going downhill it helps a lot. So with that, one parting shot, and I'll talk to you later. Well, made it down. God, that was ugly. Coming around the headlands over all this scrubby brush type stuff, and you have all this decomposing limestone or maybe marble of some sort, and it's all knobby and stuff, and there's no nice trail. You have to watch where you plant every single foot step, and then you have to be careful that it's not too deep of a step down or too much of a step up. But I'm done with it, and now I'm here at the kind of the edge here where obviously the tide's going out, and that Asian gentleman way the heck up there is from Korea, I believe. He came bounding down. It's so nice to have young legs and a young body, but still at the same time I'm not sure going fast makes any sense. Yeah, I mean literally one wrong footstep on some slippery stuff and off the side of the trail you go, or into the rocks, and that's not a pleasant thing. So I'm gonna enjoy this moment walking along the beach on flat ground and smelling the salt air. Check out the view. So I came up this farm road, up around this way. Somewhere off in the distance there was a bridge, which I went over, as you saw. And then I started, after my break, somewhere over there. There's a church on the high part of the ground there, coming straight down. This is where I stopped at for a break. And then this is what I have to do now. But I want to show you this because this is almost like ideal Camino walking surface for me. Yes, this is asphalt, but it's absolutely smooth. So it's really gentle on your feet. It's not really that hard to get uphill because you can switch back and forth. But this idyllic countryside. And I'm not sure that's where I'm going over there somewhere because I can see a pilgrim walk in that direction. But that could just be somebody going to that farm. So we'll find out. Take care. Okay, getting close to the finish line here. Turn around, let you see what I'm seeing here. This is where the Camino gets kind of weird, which I've talked about this in the past in other videos. This is the first time it's happened to me now, is we've come down over this rise here, and right there on the corner where these two roads meet, all the yellow arrows and signage goes this way, but the official Camino marker, which is in the ground there, says to go the other direction. And the only conclusion I can say is when the government put together the Camino in here, they wanted to go through the town that's up there, up the road, where all the hotel accommodations are. But the Camino goes south of town, where I'm staying at this rather large albergue. So I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, within about, you know, a 30-minute walk from there, and I'm done for the day, because it is warm and it is grueling in the sun. Take care.